And it is time for Graziano's overreactions. I'm going to say something that I think people are generally saying, and then, Dan, you tell me if that something is an overreaction. So if I said the 49ers are back to being the NFC favorite, is that an overreaction?
It is, and I understand why people would do. I mean, they have dominant performance against Jacksonville on Sunday on a week that the Eagles didn't play. So obviously there's reasons for it to be an overreaction, but the Eagles are still 8-1. Like I don't think there's a clear favorite. The Lions are 7-2. 49ers just had a 3-game losing streak where they did a lot of things wrong. I think it's going to be a fight in the NFC.
Right, fair enough. Well, let me stay in that West. If I were to say Kyler Murray will be Arizona's starting quarterback next year, is that an overreaction?
It's not. Like I really don't think the Cardinals have decided what course of action they're going to take at quarterback. And Kyler Murray sticking around is one of the possibilities. He comes off of injury, looks pretty good the other day, and he's got $35.3 million in guaranteed salary coming next year, and a lot more after that in terms of the contract. So if he continues to look good, I do think it's possible that they use all those draft picks to build around him.
Yeah, they still owe him all of the money. And then finally, if I said Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC, is that an overreaction?
Yes, because again, the Eagles didn't play this week, right? Like, I'm still going to probably at least default slightly to the guy that was just in the Super Bowl a few months ago. But over the past month, no one's played better than Dak. Like, he's absolutely been lights out. If this continues for the rest of the year, we have this conversation in January, sure. But right now, I think there's nothing wrong. I mean, Jalen Hurts been playing hurt, and the Eagles are still winning, and he has been to the Super Bowl, and Dak Prescott is not. I'm going to still favor him in this conversation.
Well, I believe my esteemed colleague from the great state of Maryland may take issue with that opinion. Domonique, if I said Dak is the best quarterback in the NFC, what would you say?
I say he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Since that 49ers loss, he's the best statistically by almost all the advanced metrics. Yeah. And then if you watch the games, you also notice he's not getting great protection. Oh, no. He's balling with the offensive line collapsing. He's not getting a running game as great as we thought Tony Pollard was. That running game does not exist. CeeDee Lamb is playing well, but Dak, I think, is making everything much easier for everyone around him, including the coaching staff.
2 words for you, my friend. Welcome back.
He's not dinking and dunking it either. I mean, like, he's throwing it down the field. He is playing out of his mind, better than I think he's ever played in the NFL for the last 3-4 weeks.
So why are you saying welcome back?
Well, because y'all are trying to come back to the family dinner, but you ain't invited. Y'all ain't invited, okay? I sat here when y'all were all trying to get Dak fired after the season. He ain't going to be a Cowboy. He ain't going to be this. I said they're going to depend on Dak. He's going to tote them to the playoffs, maybe even the Super Bowl. Now y'all welcome back. Come on back in. You know what I mean? Hey, we'll let y'all sit at tables outside. Outside.
Is the Super Bowl this week? Like, I don't understand.
We have to win games to get there, Dan. That's what we're working on right now.
So you know what the difference is to me, and someone was saying this all of last year. Oh, it was me. Was saying that why did Dak stop running? The element of the game in which he uses his legs is a huge difference maker. Yeah. And now he's doing it again, and I feel like that's been a huge part of the equation.
Well, the foot's supposed to go this way, but it's facing this way. And you usually shy away from injury.
But that was years ago, Jeff.
Oh, well. Okay.
You heard a nail. And you're, all right, help me. Somebody get this. File me. I need oat milk latte. I got all kinds of
You don't think he remembers it?
You don't think that pain flashes back in your brain?
Can I just confirm what's just happening here? Are you actually using me as the standard of measure for toughness that we expect from an NFL quarterback?
I'm just saying, I'm trying to put it on scale for you. The nail for you can set you back at least a week or two. I mean, you might have to get a new thing to, move your papers around. It's serious business.
Little thing that I use to keep myself from getting paper
This dude's foot went the wrong way. Right. 2 years, 3 years, that probably never leaves your mind.
Right.
Now, it probably does have some effect.
Okay, so let me take me out of the equation. Okay. The dude running with the football makes all the difference in the world. It's 3 or 4 plays a game, but it feels like it changes everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's modern football. Like, there aren't any quarterbacks that are worth very much that don't have that ability. And we talk about it all the time. Even Patrick Mahomes, the big third downs in the playoffs and running the ball. Having that threat, it takes pressure off of you, it takes pressure off the receivers, and it puts pressure on the underneath coverage, especially in zone, which Dak, if there's a situation that he struggles in, it's zone more than man. So the zone defenders now have to come up when he's showing the threat to run, and it opens up bigger gaps in the back end.
And to his credit, he's delivering, right? Like, that's the other thing. So let's talk about what the Cowboys have done offensively this year, because Mike McCarthy was talking about running it more and all this kind of stuff. Right. So the offensive line has not been a good run blocking unit. They haven't been able to run it. All right, what is going well for us? Well, I bet if we have Dak throw it to CeeDee Lamb, that can work.
Right.
And to their credit, look, Sunday they're 17-point favorites. They're up 28-0. That's a game where you can get your run game going. And to some extent they did, right? By mixing in other guys.
But handing it to CeeDee Lamb.
He kept throwing. And he kept throwing. And you can tell, there's like, this is what we're good at right now. This is what we're going to lean on. And it's a credit to both.
And you're watching Cooks come to the forefront, right, as well. The guy that they brought in who's a 1,000-yard receiver, seems like wherever he goes, he's playing well. Now you got CeeDee Lamb playing well. You got Ferguson, the tight end. But here's the other thing about the run the ball, Greeny, for your point.
Yeah.
Red zone, that's where it's going to separate him.
Right.
You know, had he not stepped out of bounds in Philly, right? You're that too, right? Like it's that little bit. But the more you run, the more comfortable you get in those situations. That's what's going to separate them come playoffs.
I guess my point is, I don't think they went into the year with that as part of their plan. But it's evolved, right? Let's lean on the quarterback. He's playing great.
Really quickly, Cindy, can we put those schedules for the Cowboys and the Eagles? They play each other in a month. And between now and then, the Cowboys schedule is demonstrably easier than the Eagles schedule is. There they come. Will the Cowboys and Eagles be tied atop that division when they meet each other week 14? What do you think? Look at it. Cowboys going to win all 3 of those games.
Yeah.
They're going to be 9-3. Are the Eagles going to win 2 of their 3 games? Are they going to be Chiefs, Bills, Niners? They're going to win 2 of those?
I think, or they lose 2? I think they might lose 2. If they lose
in that
2,
case, then they're even.
Yeah, I think we might end up with an even matchup, and the Commanders might be a tough game for the Cowboys.
Okay, that game could be the division for the division right there. Here we go. Nothing better than pancakes, except when they're sponsored. Woo! You know, our friends at IHOP. Sat 'em Down is brought to you by IHOP. It is time to serve them up hot, Chef Saturday.
Oh,
Let's go.
we're going to serve them up hot. Hey, guess what? IHOP, you're getting your money's worth this week, baby. This thing is some nasty shots right here. Hey, Ravens-Browns game it was phenomenal. Talk about this right here. Bam! Get some of that action right there. Hey, let me tell you, slobber knocker. That's the definition of one. Running a little screen right here. I mean, he got hit so hard he didn't know which planet he was on. His boys point to him. My man John Simpson gave him the business end of this block right there. And let me tell you something. He saw it. Everybody saw it. There was no sneak attack. One pancake, but he smoked them. Simpson, nice block. You got to respect it right here. Okay. Now, we'll flip it around. We'll have a little reversal action right here. We're going back to the Browns. We're going to get some action here. You did it to my boy. I'm going to show it to you. And stood over him. Don't talk about rules. This is not a rule show, okay? This is not Jim Harbaugh. We ain't in all that. You ain't Paul Feinbaum, okay? I don't need to hear all that nonsense. Right now, he got some. Look, just stay down. Stay down and get looked over. My man Cedric Tillman put the boss action on him. When you come down on a kick out, that is as good as you can do it. 2 pancakes, that's the way we do it. And then finally, hey, Reed, let me just say this. This is the trick. That's an offensive lineman on the hash. Oh, my word. And the finish. I want you to watch closely. Watch him punch him in the face He got him twice. He got him twice. There is nothing better than you have an offensive line. I almost got to take the jacket off. He is on the hash, y'all, and is coming down, getting that. Oh, my God. I mean, look at that right there. There's a 80. I don't know who you're blocking. That should have been better. That's 3 pancakes.
Man, if you are over 280 pounds, you're not allowed to go in motion. You sit your body down.
Let me tell you, if I would have that in my office all the time.
You know what I would do if I saw that coming? Yeah, we saw a game this weekend where a guy demonstrated the right way to take on the block.
Show that Trent Williams. Show the Trent Williams play. Watch
you got Trent Williams coming at you. Yeah. Way to go. Way to go.
Look at 31.
There you just ran. He just ran. That's how you set an edge.
That's Williams on Williams' crime. He literally ran to his sideline.
He's just running away.
He is running away.
Look at them. Show it again. Show it again. What else are you supposed to do? Look at that man. Look at the screen.
Yes, sir.
Terrifying. The whole damn screen. This man is enormous. In fact, watch this. Look at the size. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Business decision.
That's not fair. They have weight classes for a reason.
12 years of dominating people, and that guy sees him coming and goes, no way.
Yeah, exactly right.
And then after the game, Trent was funny after the game. He talked about it. He's like, that was weird. I never saw that before.
It was my favorite play of the year.
Ran away.
That is the way Greeny would handle any block in the NFL.
We used to be able to cut everybody here except one guy would handle that.
I do that on the sidewalk sometimes. They've held the lead going into the fourth quarter of every game this year, but still lost 3 of them. And since 2021, in one-score games in the fourth quarter, you see it there. Lamar Jackson has 3 more turnovers than any player in the league. And yesterday on First Take, Shannon Sharp sounded the alarm.
Lamar Jackson has been up and down, and it's been masked because they're winning. Now that they didn't win, and you see what has happened, it's hard for me to trust them. It is hard for me to trust Lamar. It's hard for me to trust this team.
What do we think of that?
It's aggressive. I mean, other than the
like
aggressive
really meant
nature
it.
of it, but I do think that we have to understand that the Ravens and Lamar, they do the hard part. They make the hard part look easy. Like, I think for most teams, it's really hard to get a lead in the fourth quarter, especially by 2 scores. They can do that. What you would think is the easy part is playing with the lead. I don't understand, because it's not that like they're a poorly coached team. Nope. I think the turnovers are a problem. But last week, this one, the turnover at the end of this game, it kind of feels a little bit fluky with a tip ball. And that's why it's hard for me to be like, if there was one thing that I could say, this is what's wrong with them at the end of the game, I guess the turnovers is part of it, but it seems so random.
They're just weird, right? Because they're a really good running team, but they don't have the kind of running game that can salt a game away in the fourth quarter by just pounding and pounding and pounding, right? They're a really good defense, but they don't have the kind of pass rush that can salt away a game in the fourth quarter by just. So, like, they're very good, but they're not finishers. And I think I don't know why that is. I mean, but it seems to me that while they run the ball well and they play good defense, they don't excel at the kinds of things that allow you to bury a game that you have a lead in the fourth quarter.
I can tell you why. Because when it comes to the ends of game, it's players, not plays. Yeah. Right? And you think about closeout guys, it's specific players. It's not scheme. So they can lead the league in sacks. Yeah. You get to the fourth quarter, you got to have a closeout. Which guy who are you depending on in that Ravens defense? He's going to close it out with a sack, right? You flip it over and you go to the Browns. Okay, Garrett's the guy. You look at San Fran. Here's my guys, right? Like, you figure out who your closeout guys are. Right now, they're not that. Same way in their run game, right? It's one of those. The issue for me, and Lamar is taking a beating on this. To your point, not all interceptions are created equally. Even for Josh Allen yesterday, the tip, the first one, like, there's some things it is fluky. This is still a very good team and the biggest challenger for the Chiefs.
So super quick, because I'm up against the clock. If I told you right now one of the 4 teams in that division is going to wind up in the Super Bowl, who are you buying?
I'd take the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens.
Bengals?
Yeah.
Browns?
Bengals.
We're kind of overlooking the Browns.
I'm going Steelers.
I would not overlook the Browns.
We left Pittsburgh out.
Steelers seems unlikely.